so this is gonna be a little bit different of a video than what I normally do. However, this can apply to any interior in any vehicle. This is a dining room chair of one of my friends. They have a child, so obviously stuff happens, and this chair has just kind of been destroyed in a sense of the fabric or the upholstery. So what I'm gonna try is I'm gonna try my method that I've been using on the interior carpets, the rugs, things of that sort. This again can apply to any car interior because at the same time it may be a little bit different kind of material, but it's upholstery nonetheless. So the first thing I did was I used my vacuum and I got any kind of debris that was just kind of sitting on there. I may need to agitate some spots because I can feel some food. Hold on just a second. This is a random shot of my window because I want you guys to take a second and subscribe if you haven't. Go ahead and like this video. I know you're gonna like the outcome. It's wonderful. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. Enjoy the video. All right, so here's what I'm using. Link in my bio for the drill head, and then of course I just have a regular drill. But what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna agitate the food. And then I'm gonna vacuum again and just get up any of the loose crap that's on there. All right, now that I did that, I'm going to use, that's hilarious, I just literally sprayed that everywhere. I'm gonna use my Chemical Guys 20:1 ratio cleaning solvent. I'll have a link in my bio for that as well. I went ahead and put a towel down just in case there's overspray, which I know there's gonna be. So I'm gonna soak this and then I'm gonna start with my drill brush. Now I'm gonna let it sit for, 3-5 minutes. I'm gonna come back and hit it with the drill. All right, so next is the Bissell. I have the tank right here that will suck all the water in, go there, and then that's just hot water. After I put the stain remover on everything, I gave it a light go around with the brush head and the drill. I'm going to spray water, hot water, as I'm extracting. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So this is where things were just kind of starting to go downhill. I hate to say that, but whenever I started extracting, I was not happy with the stains that it was lifting. And I started already kind of thinking about plan B, which we will get to here in a second. Okay, so as you can see, the stains, all of the stains didn't come up. A couple did. So we're just gonna go back through with cleaner, let it sit a little longer, agitate it, and keep doing that over and over and over until the stains come up. All right, this is where I ended up calling an audible. I tried 4 or 5 times with the solution to get things out. It just was not coming out. It wasn't strong enough. So I'm gonna go over real fast the solutions that I used and kind of the steps in which I used them. You don't need to see it. It's pretty boring. It's just me spraying, extracting, scrubbing, things of that sort. Then, of course, I will show you guys what I used that I think just was a huge turning point and what I did from there to make the chair come out the way it did. So first and foremost, I used my Bissell Pro Little Green Pro Heat. And in here, I have a mixture of powdered Tide as well as OxyClean. I used that. One of the rounds, I used this cheap stuff that I bought from O'Reilly's, and I actually kind of liked it, but like you guys know, I love Chemical Guys more. So in here is a dilution of 15:1 of the Chemical Guys interior cleaner. I tried actually my 1 round of that after I had tried my 1 round of my 20:1 diluted of the Chemical Guys stuff. So just to kind of explain it, if you do not know, the higher diluted ratio, like 20:1, that's for lighter stains, maybe even medium stains. Well, the smaller you get, so the smaller numbers that you get, is for the tougher stains. So like 10:1 would be 10 parts water, 1 part product. This is 15:1, which is 1 part product, and then 15 parts water. So I tried that. I even tried a trick where you spray white vinegar all over the seat and then you powder baking soda and let it sit overnight. That actually did really, really well. The chair, like I said, is out in the sun, drying, baking. The pad obviously underneath got wet. So we're gonna let it do its thing probably all day and then kind of see what happens. So now is where we will rewind a little bit and I will show you the baking soda process. So remember, after I vacuumed all of this baking soda off, I let it sit in the sun to bake and dry completely since the pad was wet from all of the solution that I used. Typically when you do this process, you spray the vinegar, let the vinegar completely dry, which I have no doubt that it was, but the chair had so much solution on it from the previous attempts that it just needed to sit and bake for a while. All right, so I'm pointing the camera right here because I just brought the chair in and I want it to be kind of a fun reveal. I am thoroughly surprised at myself. I normally take on jobs that are just way too hard, way over my limit, but I'm actually pretty impressed with myself on this one. So here's the big reveal. This is the chair. I will show you the before right now so you can kind of see what it looked like. Again, I had 4 or 5 different methods I had to use. The first kind of one that I thought would be tried and true didn't work very well. So this was about 6 phases of cleaning with 6 different processes. Again, I really think that the vinegar and baking soda worked wonders. I think that just kind of threw it over the top. And also, you know, I was a little discouraged whenever it was still wet because when things are wet, you can see stains a lot easier. The stains are definitely probably still there. I can see a little one right here. But it's very, very subtle. It's, I mean, night and day from what I started with. Again, here's the before, and here is the after. All of the products that I use will be linked down below, of course, except for the vinegar and baking soda. Just get that at the store. And thank you for watching. If you've made it this far into the video, I appreciate you watching the whole thing. I would say if you take on a task like this or have something to this caliber of just being as stained and stuff as it was, be patient. Patience is going to be the best thing on your side. Of course, like I said, the vinegar and baking soda, I will be using that from here on out. It was awesome. It worked wonderfully. After everything was done, after it was dried, I laid a sheet over the upholstery and I actually ironed it on low heat. When you start messing with water and moving things around, it ends up kind of wrinkling the fabric. So I went ahead and ironed it at low heat just to make sure it looked as good as possible when I returned it to its owner. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.